Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. And apologies for my slightly dodgy voice. I'm not trying to impersonate Barry White, I'm just got a bit of a cold at the moment. Right, so there has been obviously a lot of failings with the DWP, and some of them they have kind of admitted. Well, it now looks as though they're also admitting that their helpline, I'll put that in commas, isn't actually doing much helping. In fact, it's led to an increase in the rate of self-harm. So I'm going to read you the article so that you can take a look at it, and of course let me know down in the comment section what you think afterwards. Let's take a look. DWP admits its benefits helpline is driving disabled people to self-harm. The Department for Work and Pensions has admitted that delays on one of its benefit helplines could be contributing to a rise in claimants harming themselves. Mind you, they've only done it because they've had to, and of course they haven't admitted it publicly. In the last few weeks, the DWP has sent out an urgent appeal to stakeholder groups, including advice agencies and charities, asking for their help to solve pain points experienced by employment support allowance claimants who have had to deal with distressing delays and waits when they call the DWP for help. The email to stakeholders was shared by Benefits and Work and said, "We are interested in identifying the pain points faced by ESA customers communicating with the DWP, particularly issues surrounding telephony and the pain points our customers face when contacting DWP by phone. The department reports that the number of calls they have been receiving, particularly from worried ESA claimants, is increasing rapidly, creating unresolved backlogs. However, they can't seem to put two and two together at that place because they also say the link between backlog management, operational decisions and customer behaviour isn't fully understood. I don't know, man, mentally and physically disabled people having to suffer through agonising waits to speak to someone who is supposed to help them, while every single day they're told by the media and politicians that they're all useless scroungers. No, I can't figure that out either." The DWP also scarily admitted that for more calls require an intervention, and it's their fault. Additionally, the 6-point plan intervention during these phone calls are rising across all service lines, potentially due to delays impacting the customer experience. The 6-point plan is a series of steps that DWP staff are required to follow if a claimant tells the operator that they intend to harm or unalive themselves. The plan includes grabbing a colleague to support them in the call, finding out information from the caller to gauge the level of risk they are in, and then providing referral advice and calling the emergency services. However, as Benefits and Work points out, this appeal to stakeholders is in direct opposition to the DWP's Customer Experience Survey, which the department posted on the 25th of September. The findings of the survey were, as ever, wholly positive, bordering on delusional, with an astounding 80% of customers apparently saying that it was easy to use DWP services. 80% also said that they were satisfied with the time it took DWP to tell them the outcome of their claim or change of circumstances. With an incredible amount of backlogs, this seems absolutely ridiculous. Now for me, this is all about the experience that customers, I know I hate calling them customers, they are claimants. It's just, I can't understand why they think that there is this issue. It's because they are terrible at communication. It's because they are dreadfully underperforming in terms of getting cases seen, and they're also not very good at sorting the cases out. They get things wrong, they make the wrong decision, and this is why a lot of cases that go to tribunal get the appeal allowed, because they've made such a bad job of the original assessment. So I've got no there's no reason why they aren't in this situation. I completely understand why people are resorting to this kind of approach, because there's nobody out there to help them. The people on the other end of the phone at the DWP, some of them are really trying to be helpful, but they just don't have the resources or the information to do it. And it's also a bit of a concern that they're going to external stakeholders, because what they're trying to do is handle some of this by taking it away from the DWP and giving it to charities who then have to deal with it. And that for me is also wrong, because charities do a huge amount to help the sick and disabled, and they shouldn't be put more burden on them by trying to sort this out. I mean, the Citizens Advice Bureau, for a start, do a huge amount of work for people with their benefit claims, and they can't be expected to take on more assistance like this, because it's not going to be feasible for them. But let me know down in the comment section what you think. Have you had a bad experience with their helpline? Have you had a good experience with their helpline? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Please do subscribe if you've got this far, and I'll see you next time.